India is witnessing a sharp and emotional pushback against the proposed Transgender Persons Amendment Bill 2026. And at the center of the controversy is a key change, a law that the government says is meant to protect, but one that large section of the transgender community say does the exact opposite. The strongest voice came from activist Grace Banu. Her words cut through the noise. She asked a simple but powerful question. Who gave anyone the right to decide my gender for me? That question is now echoing across the country. And at a public hearing in Delhi, members of the LGBTQI community gathered to express anger and fear. Many said this bill threatens to undo years of hard-won rights. Rights that were recognized by the Supreme Court in the landmark Nalsa judgment of 2014. That judgment established a clear principle: the right to self-identify one's gender without medical tests, without bureaucratic approval, without humiliation. But the new bill proposes a shift. It replaces self-identification with certification. Certification by medical boards and administrative approval by authorities. For activists, this is not reform, this is rollback. They argue that this turns identity into a process of verification, a process that can involve scrutiny of bodies, personal questions and invasive checks, something the community says it has fought against for decades. Now, many speakers of the hearing describe this an institutionalized humiliation. They warn that forcing individuals to prove their gender would damage mental health and discourage people from even seeking legal recognition. There is also concern about definition. The bill attempts to narrowly define who qualifies as transgender, focusing on certain socio-cultural identities and medical categories. Activists say this risks excluding many people whose identities do not fit into these boxes. From an India perspective, this raises a deeper issue. Is identity something the state grants or something the individual owns? Because the answer to that question will define not just this law, but the future of rights-based governance. The political response has also been sharp. Opposition leaders across parties have criticized the bill. Some have called it unconstitutional, others have said it reverses the spirit of earlier legal protections. The demand is clear: consult the community, do not impose definitions from above.
रहने दीजिए, कौन सी सुरक्षा, क्या नर्क पैदा कर रहे, कभी दिमाग लगा हो तो ये लोग सोचे। और ऐसे कानून लाने की जरूरत क्या, किससे संपर्क किए हैं, कौन सा डेटा लेकर बात कर रहे हैं, कौन से हक से ये हमें समझा रहे हैं? क्या नॉनसेंस। ऐसे समाज को आप विभिन्न तरीकों से तोड़ फोड़ करके लोगों का इज्जत लूट के आप लोग ऐसा बात कर रहे हैं। आप जाएंगे मेडिकल बोर्ड के सामने, मैं सवाल करना चाह रही हूँ कि ये सरकार में कितने अफसर आएंगे मेडिकल बोर्ड के सामने? मैं भी कह सकता हूँ मुझे इनके ऊपर शक है, इनका जेंडर क्या है, आ जाओ सामने। क्या नॉनसेंस बात करते हैं। कोई इज्जत नहीं, कोई पहचान नहीं, कुछ नहीं, किसी से संपर्क नहीं, बातचीत नहीं, चर्चा नहीं, अपना मनमानी से लेके आए हैं सब्जेक्ट डाइवर्ट करने। असली मुद्दे कुछ और है जिस पे दिमाग लगाना चाहिए इस सरकार को, वो नहीं करते, मगर यहाँ आके डंडोरा पीटते हैं ऐसे इसमें जो समाज में सबसे बड़ा नुकसान उठाते हैं ये लोग। हम इन्हीं पे हम जुल्म चला रहे हैं। ये जुल्म है, इंसानियत नहीं।
Even voices within civil society are stressing one principle: nothing about us without us. Now, on the other side, the government maintains that the bill is designed to bring clarity, to ensure that benefits reach the most marginalized, and to strengthen legal protections against abuse and violence. But the gap between intent and perception remains wide. Because for many in the transgender community, the fear is not about policy language, it is about lived experience, about being questioned, examined, and denied dignity. Now, as the bill heads for discussion in Parliament, the stakes are high. This is not just about legal wording, it is about constitutional values, about privacy, about autonomy, and about whether progress can move forward without leaving people behind. Because in the end, this debate comes down to one core idea: identity is not a document, it is not a certificate, it is a lived reality. And the question India must answer now is simple: will the law recognize that reality, or try to redefine it.